I don't know what it was, but...
Wow! Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Andertons TV, where today we're going to talk about a new pedal from the lovely people at Strymon called the Brig. But before we do that...
Housekeeping! Please like and subscribe. Every 50,000 new subscribers we'll give away something which is below here. When we hit 1 million, we'll give away a real clone. We love you lots.
Okay, so the Brig, the name and the colour would, I think, suggest it's some sort of cut-down version of the Brigadier. It is not. Okay, so take that idea.
Yep.
Whoosh, throw it out the window.
Throw it away.
I want to get that out first. Half of me wonders if Strymon don't want people to think that, why not just give it a completely different name and a new colour?
They could have called it Bob.
Hey-ho. Yeah, Bob. The Brig, an old naval term for a jail on an old sailing ship.
What's a Brigadier then? Is that the guy who shoots the cannons?
No, that's just a rank.
Yeah, but he's a cannon, isn't he?
I don't know.
Rank?
Maybe in the infantry,
Massive
I agree.
rank.
Anyway, in the rank bank. Right. It is a delay pedal, right? It is a Bucket Brigade delay pedal. New from Strymon for 2013. 2013.
You said new for 2013, by the way.
Did I?
Yeah, you did.
Jesus Christ. Hang on. 2023. And then you can just use the audio to just lip sync over.
Oh God, that's never going to be a nightmare, isn't it?
New for 2023.
That's never going to work.
No, I know. In this new sort of slightly more compact housing like they did with the Cloudburst.
Cloudburst, man.
The
Video
only thing,
up here,
yes,
by the way.
the other thing that this has got in common with the Cloudburst is I'm not sending this back either. I'm going to put it on my board. So it's a delay pedal with 3 modes and 5 knobs. And I don't think ever before have I had quite so much written information to try to refer to in this. So I've got the marketing blurb from Strymon. Yeah. I then said to Peter, who is like the guy you always see, he's like Mr. Strymon with the bald head and the lab coat. I said, can you just email me like the secret sauce that's gone into this, please? So I've got that.
You got that, yeah.
And I've got a pre-release version of the manual to tell us all about the different
it's a lot,
power-up modes.
It's a lot, it's a lot.
You know what, Pete?
No, what?
I'm going to start with this is Pete from Strymon's secret sauce, because everyone else will be telling you the blurb stuff. So, first thing he says is that this is not like a copy of anything that's already out there. It's always Strymon's take on something or other with some of their sort of secret sauce in there. Let's start with the switch here that goes between these 3 modes, 3205, 3005 and multi. Those are references to emulations of old Bucket Brigade chipsets. So the 3205 is a single Bucket Brigade chipset emulation that would have been in old Boss delay pedals. Peter's talking about pedals that run on 5-volt supplies and that you could run off of batteries. Everything here, I think, sits within that sort of character delay domain where you've got modulation and degradation going on the delays. What he's basically saying about this is sort of slightly limited headroom on the delays and get those slightly dirtier, grungier repeats.
Yes.
Okay, the 3005 emulation is inspired by a later Bucket Brigade chip, the kind of one that would have been in a deluxe Memory Man. Runs on a higher voltage, so had higher headroom, more delay time due to the dual chips. Anyway, and then the multi setting uses, I've got to get this right here, 2 cross-coupled and super clean D-bucket delay machines with golden ratio timing. Wow. They've called this here, it's a brand new Pete creation, not that Pete, that Pete. So let's get into it. Yeah. Let's get into it.
The most important thing here is how does it sound?
So
we know Strymon sounds amazing.
We've got time, mix, filter, repeats and modulation.
Mix what?
Filter, I'm going to explain to you in a minute. Filter's one of those like mad pedal enthusiast things that you're going to go like, what?
Filter Collins, is it?
Yeah, absolutely. But the rest of the controls do what you would expect them to do. So let's, on the 3205 mode, what's quite nice is where you can see the red LED indicates the speed of the delay without me having to sort of, work it out. So here's...
Can I go now, please?
Yep.
We are running stereo in a couple of amps here. I'm playing this old beast. What? You turn it off just for me so I can...
Do you know what as well? I don't know what it is with Strymon pedals. Every single one that you turn on, I mean, again, there's got to be some technical reason for it. They talk about the JFET preamps that are in there.
It's a fanboy
but
thing.
Every pedal just makes the guitar sound a teeny bit better.
It sounds good.
And then adds the effect that it's supposed to do as well. But like the bass sound just gets
better.
better.
They always sound good. What's happening to me? It's just delicious, isn't it?
Let's stay on that 3205 mode
super.
and just see. So this is the shorter of the 2 modes in terms of delay times, but let's just see what we can kind of get as a slightly longer. I love it already.
Honestly, man.
So clean. Do you know Strymon should make duvets and blankets and stuff? Because I just feel like that's how I feel like with the. Now, maybe.
Hey, man.
Can you imagine if Strymon made? They'd be the best.
I would,
Maybe now is the time to tell you what this filter thing does, because I know you. Ever since I sort of said that at the beginning, you're going, "What does it do?"
The tip of my seat, the edge of my seat, and the tip of my toes. The tip of my seat, and the edge of my toes, Lee.
Get a load of this, all right? I mean, this is, as I said, this is where you know you've gone into the full realms of cork sniffing, pedal collecting here. The filter adjusts the EQ filtering, fine, but the noise, i.e. the background noise that you might get on one of these pedals. So if you want the noise, wow.
Can they make one for kids? So you can have less or more.
It also adjusts the bucket loss of the repeats based on the selected voice. So if I just go back to this, go into the noise a bit more. So this is marketing speak from Strymon. A whisper of gentle noise is part. I need to do it. Should I do it in that AMSR type voice? A whisper of the gentle noise. No, a whisper of the gentle noise is part of the sound of a Bucket Brigade analog delay. Blah blah blah. All of that sonic detail and organic behaviour is part of the sound of the Brig. Lovely as it is, the noise is optional. It's easily dialed out by turning the filter knob clockwise past 2 o'clock. So clever, isn't it? I mean, it's all a bit mad.
Yes, let's hear it instead of all this chat. Yeah.
So when the filter knob is at midday, you're going to hear the noise. When the filter knob's up here, the noise is going to go away. It's pretty subtle. You might need some headphones, but it's definitely there.
Yeah. Here you go. I'm gonna play one chord, let it delay out. It's kind of, it's there, but it's kind of subtle, isn't it?
It's lunatically
I was
subtle.
expecting noise, like...
No, it's only on the note,
Repeat.
so it's going like
Yeah, so
over
if you
the
keep
note.
playing a lot...
But you turn it up and you just get the note without the noise. Lunatic. Anyway, look, we've already spent too long on this, like the most niche feature on here. Okay, so the second mode, the 3005, is the one that's got a longer delay time on it. So let's have a little play around with that.
It just sounds great,
Do you know what it is? It's like one of the very first delay pedals I had, which I loved, was the MXR Carbon Copy.
Yeah.
Because you could put the modulated delay on there. And I don't really have anything bad to say about that. But I sort of feel like if you just want that kind of pedal, but with the word Strymon written on it, and the sense that, you know, it's bound to be doing better stuff just because it's Strymon and more expensive, this is where I would go.
Yeah, absolutely.
I must admit. I was saying to Pete earlier, I've got the El Capistan on my board. I've got to do some comparisons between the two of them because I love the idea of going back to a slightly smaller pedal.
Yeah. Hey, that's for another day, man.
For another day.
That's another pedal board build.
Let's have a little listen to this multi. So it's like a combination of the two of them together. Are we actually getting a da-da-da-da-da?
Yeah, so
you've got
so like a
both.
triplets. But turn that modulation down because that seems to be quite fast now when there are two of them. Turn the whole thing up a bit.
The mix of it
Yeah,
up, yeah.
That just sounds so good. That was a Dane. I just whacked on the Dane.
I don't know what it is, man. It's just like anyway. Next secret sauce thingy that Pete has sent me is this what's called Artefact free tap tempo. Now I think if you can just play a chord, Mr. Pete. Right. That I believe is what Pete is referring to as an artifact.
Okay.
I think. Because what he's essentially saying is if I go to tap tempo mode, which I just do this and then you'll see now my LED is alternating between the red
blue
and the
and red.
blue.
Yeah.
I believe if I tap a new tempo in, it smoothly goes to that new tempo without any kind
so
of a glitch.
it's like a...
Well, let's just see. It says it, essentially, if you tap in a new tempo, the delay repeats will move smoothly to the new value without any glitching, pitch shifting, or other audio chaos that you'd get with the traditional Bucket Brigade delay. So if you do it via the time knob like I did, you can still get all of that chaos.
Okay, I see, yeah.
If you want it. So we're going to go from a relatively slow repeat delay in our 3005 mode, and I'll speed it up whilst Pete's playing and we'll see what happens.
Really fast. I just want to see the... It sounds good, man.
There's another thing that you can do when you're in tap tempo mode, if I remember rightly. I'll try and find the right piece of paper. The time control, which would normally be for the length of the delay, becomes your quarter note control. So you can your division thing. So you can tap it and go between triplets, eighths, dotted eighths, and quarter notes.
Oh, so you can go dotted eighths then, so we can get that old Gilmore thing.
So.
It sounds good, man.
Right,
you're not getting that because I've got it already.
I'm back in its normal mode. It's got to hear another thing to reveal. Apparently, if I'm in the 3205 mode, I put the delay time onto its minimum setting and turn up the modulation. Ooh. I'm supposed to get some incredible kind of chorusy type sound.
Oh! Wow.
I've got one more technical thing to show you, which are all the different things this additional jack socket on the back can do, which could be expression pedals, it could be other foot switches. It's got a USB input on it. I believe USB is only ever on this kind of stuff for doing firmware updates.
No MIDI?
Unless it's, no, I think the MIDI is via the socket.
Yeah.
So, okay. It has several power-up modes. So this is where you power it up, holding down a switch, and then things will do stuff.
Yeah.
So we have got the ability to toggle between true bypass or buffered bypass.
Yes.
Buffered bypass is where you need to be if you want the trails. Spillover mode, you've got the option to turn spillover on and off. So again, we're talking about trails again. You've got the option to set this in various dry signal path modes. So you can have a digital mode where the guitar signal is converted to digital and goes through. You can have it where the guitar signal remains analog as it goes through, or you can kill the dry signal completely and you can have it so that it's only the delay.
Delay, sorry, yeah.
You can adjust the LED's brightness. I mean, it's like if it's too bright for you or not bright enough. You've got options to use this. As I said, it is MIDI. You can use an expression pedal, which adjusts the mix control. The mix control actually can go beyond just parity. You know, you can actually make it so that the mix makes the delay louder and mutes the dry signal. You can have this as a favorite switch. So if you would like a second one to recall a preset, you can have a secondary pedal to have tap tempo. So this is always on and off, and tap tempo is always separate. There's infinite mode, which turns it on so that the delay goes on and on and on forever and ever and ever. Again, from your secondary foot switch. And this really, I think I might do this, if you buy the triple foot switch that Strymon make for this, it can do all of those. So it can be tap tempo and infinite and favorite. Or you can have literally 3 of those simultaneously here. Lunatic, right? So I'm just saying, obviously, Pete mentioned MIDI, so yes, full MIDI if you want to. So I kind of feel like all we should really do now is just find sounds that we like and just play a bit, because I've done all the technical stuff. Have we heard
the last setting? Did we hear all 3 settings there?
Multi is that one where
that's the one with
triggering.
the riding one.
We didn't do a lot on that one, so
let's see how crazy it goes, man. Let's see how crazy it goes.
Okay.
Can I just say that was just the Dane with the boost and that's it into the 2 amps and that thing.
Wow. Okay, so 250 quid, I think it's going to be. He says, Luke.
Yeah, 249.
250 quid. Should be in stock. We'll have to go whiz over to the Andertons website. If it's anything like the Cloudburst, we ordered literally hundreds and hundreds of them and still didn't have enough to keep up with demand.
Wow.
But yeah, dive on over to the Andertons website. International shipping on these. So just do it. Did I mention as well? It's stereo in, stereo out, or mono in, stereo out.
Yeah, we're running
or mono
stereo.
in, mono out. It's up to you. 9-volt power supply sold separately. That's enough. Right. Thank you very much for watching. Pete, your playing as always was spectacular.
Oh, thanks very much.
Strymon, yet another space on my board is going to be taken up by one of your pedals. Although, I have to say, possibly at the expense of an existing pedal that's already on there by Strymon. But
yeah,
it's a great pedal. Well done. Thank you so much for watching.
Smokes, man.
See you another time. Bit of slap back.